welcome back to War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. We're here on November 23, 1943, and we got some activity going on in the Dutch East Indies. As discussed yesterday, we're just trying to grab. Nice, we'll take that. I'd rather have the cargo ship that he's escorting, but that's one less ASW asset. And we can still get a little transport here, or cargo ship. Let's get this big one. Come on, boys. That wasn't even escort. You could have nailed it. Hey, our subs are staying active. Maybe we can get another shot on that cargo ship as we wrap up the turn on the other side of, at the end of the day, so to speak. Oh, S-36 took a couple hits. Please, thank you. Oil cargo burning, so this boy is carrying oil. And we get away. It may burn up, or, I mean, it's possible he can divert it here, but without any naval support, it may not survive. But there's two more tankers here. Please. Are you kidding me? Oh, are you kidding me? These giant tankers, how do you miss? You can see our carrier aircraft there supposedly spotting things as they come into Pearl Harbor. Now, if it weren't for that sub attack on my ARD, I probably wouldn't be, I'd consider it faulty. But with that sub attack on my ARD, I feel like you never know at this stage if he has subs patrolling Pearl or not. Now, if these aircraft were to start doing some damage to my troops, I might be worried and have to divert an anti-aircraft gun down there. But considering they're not really hitting anything, I'm not going to stress about it. I guess I could bring those, them from Chusien. And they're not really helping at Chusien either, so. We're about to shock attack into this hex, so I'm trying to beat up this unit as much as possible. I mean, he may still be beat up from when we kicked him out of the hex we're in, or that we're marching from. Yeah, this should be a pretty good raid. We should be successful. I brought some heavies to help. Like, very uncoordinated, but that's okay. The little piecemeal attacks will or have been doing some damage. So, actually, I haven't seen if coordinated attacks actually are that beneficial. what I mean by that is it sometimes looks like when I have 48 bombers bombing, um, they might get like a few hits, and then when 12 come in and bomb, it's similar. So I'm not yet convinced. Maybe it's best for when you're bombing a city or an airfield, something like that. But when you're bombing ground troops, I don't think coordinated attacks are as critical. Looks like he's just picking on like random locations. And it could be maybe he has his bombers on, commander discretion. Okay, is that tanker maybe that was on fire? So, I saw this dot base was empty. Man, we lost a squad. I saw this dot base was empty, and I haven't yet determined if the flag base had troops. So I thought we'd capture the dot base and then march southeast and just go ahead and capture it from there. I think that's okay. And then we'll just keep using these raiders or commandos to take some of these bases that are unoccupied. So we have these five brigades. Let's see if we can punch this regiment out, and we do. And now we're behind him. I think he's gonna start pulling these guys out. But we do some significant damage. We lose a lot disabled, but with the damage we're dealing as we march. Okay, so they retreated awry. That's unfortunate. I was hoping they'd keep going down this way. But all we got to do now is march southwest. Of course, with the road system, he can beat us there. But if we march southwest, we block this road, and then the only road up to Mole Mine is from this Bangkok. Very small, poor, probably dirt road. So we do take some significant casualties, but I think it's well worth it. He has supply issues and so forth. But yeah, again, now we're threatening the rear here. I think he's gonna pull out, but we'll get to that. All right, the machine gun battalion will go ahead and capture this little base here, and we're gonna march up this road to take that base. So we'll have all this area, but we'll keep island hopping till we get up to Denpasar, and from there we can launch across into Java. I'm not necessarily trying to grab it's not a points grab. There's not enough points doing it, but we do have um, some available shipping, and we have available commandos, so why not? Why not grab them? And first of all, it occupies our troops and our boats that are unused, and it might like affect his morale or his psyche a little bit. It may not though. He may be like, well, as long as my perimeter stands, I'm okay. Losing, letting those other bases go. I don't know, but I promise I'm not distracted from my main goal. I just wanted to make sure as much as occupied as possible. Okay, we're back on the 24th of November, 1943. Okay, we took that base without attacking it. I don't even know if he still knows what kind of troops we're using for these raids. you know, he may or may not assume it's a regular regiment, but kind of interesting. All right, we're coming in to bombard Wake, and he's ready for us, but let's see if we can damage this rowboat. I mean, we're damaging it, but not enough. I don't know what he had here. And I'm also wondering, were you even gonna sink this ship? The Hirano E? Well, I'm gonna, okay, ACM. Okay, so this is a mine. So we may run into mines here, but that's okay. We'll sink that ship.
Hello, my misguided friends. This is your number one enemy, Orphan Ants from Radio Tokyo, with another blow to your morale and some music to console you. Today, the Imperial government announced that the Imperial Navy has achieved another great victory near Wake, with the sinking of 2 carriers, a battleship, and numerous cruisers and destroyers.
Our, destroyer screen. And we didn't even, I didn't bombard, like nothing happened there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this was bad. Badly planned, badly triggered. We did sink a ship, but this is bad in the sense that the Mississippi and Idaho didn't have full complement of shells to bombard there. The 16-inch shells. All right, way to go, Pargo. Yes, this is an ammunition ship. Nice. We sank that as well. Okay. The morning sweeps are off. Some recon already being. Alright, I think it's time to move that Chusian flag down. Ground troops. Well, I I should say we're targeting these ground troops. We didn't do a great job hitting anything the first wave, so that's a pretty good wave. 48, 16. All right, I'm hitting the port here. And we hit nothing. Oh yeah. Well, it is severe storms. Not sure what we just sank, or what just sank. It wasn't one of our ships. It does look like, now that our recon has flown over those troops in Thailand, right there on the border, Thailand and Burma, it does look like they're pulling out of there. Wait a minute. Is that it? Crazy. Alright. Taogi is the last one. Just get in there with him. Alright, some upgrades. Okay. I guess we'll take a look at the map, and if I can remember, for a change, I'll look at the Mississippi, or whichever one was torpedoed, and we'll see how badly damaged it is. So I kind of wanted to start here at Pearl. Our carriers have arrived at Pearl we just now, and so I'm gonna let them do quick repairs. These destroyers, well, this one actually is in good shape, but some of these destroyers just take damage so quickly that I feel like I want to top them off so that this number doesn't get just crazy high, and then they have to take a week out of commission to get repaired. And then I'm thinking about leaving Pearl and striking Wake. I may even bomb it with carriers, bombard it with the battleships, and then reconvene again at Kwajalein and or Tarawa, but probably Kwajalein. And then from here, continue on to where the action is. Because I do want to hit it with full, ammunition, but I also want to do a lot more damage than that. We should make it away. The Pennsylvania, not the Mississippi, the Pennsylvania took a torpedo. We should be able to make it back. It's not even that badly damaged. Well, according to this, we'll be able to maintain some kind of formation. I could have it separate out, but let's first get to about here or so, and then maybe I'll detach with a couple of destroyers. In fact, I may pull some destroyer from Pearl and try to meet up, and then have it make its way back. But for now, we'll keep everyone together. We're okay, unless he warp speeds his carriers down. I think we're going to be okay. That said, yeah, so we didn't do hardly anything here. But that said, um, let's look at the bill here. 4 ops losses, he lost 6 total, and 2 Helens, 2 Dinas, 1 Sally, and 1 Jake. We lost a couple of, probably this was bombing Bobble, and then some others here. Dakota 3, okay. Oh, oops. I'm gonna look here. 2 wounded pilots, okay, or crews. He lost this is a very valuable ammunition ship. Nice. He lost a cargo ship also, and maybe another one. I'm not sure. I can't keep track anymore, but we'll take these as well. For one, he can carry mines with it. He can do depth charges with it, but also he can carry a little bit of cargo. In any case, that's not what he was using it for. He was using it to tender mines here. And now with it gone, possibly we can get in here and beat this base up a bit. We will find out. But we'll be there. It'll take maybe a week. Because we got to get, I'm not going to do this right now here, but I'm going to drop the ships that need to be topped off repairs here. If it takes 2 to 3 days, and then we'll be on our way. And so maybe a week, give or take, a week to 10 days. All right, I guess that's that. We captured this with an assault, and I will pick it back up for one more raid. It still has a little bit of assault, but it's pretty used up. I am gonna keep that on actually. Um, one more, and then he will once Majuro is taken, he will basically he'll have access to 0 bases that he can sneak some float planes into. Of course, he still has wake, but I'd like to. My hope is to neutralize that with like basically siege it out of action. But I can always take it as well. Surely he's going to be dug in here, and he has a small contingent there, but well, that we can see. Maybe it's bigger than that once we get better recon. Looking here in the Southwest Theater, um, not ready to kick off. I don't have any ships loaded with troops for Ternate yet, but we're still working on capturing some of these bases here in the at the eastern ends of the Dutch East Indies. We have got troops marching up the road here. They'll take probably a handful of days, 5 to 6 roughly. I'm going to pair drop some troops on some of these islands, probably all 3 of them. No, 4. I've got these raiders that I may drop raiders and commandos on some of these bases, and then the para regiment right there at Pamekasan, and then we'll have an amphibious invasion here shortly thereafter. I'm wondering, I don't think you can para engineers, but maybe these combat engineer squads will go. We'll find out. I don't. history tells me no. I think you have to carry engineers in because it seems like when I pair dropped engineers, for example, right here at Talisea, I think if we had to ship the engineers in with a boat, so we'll probably have to do the same here. I'm not too stressed about engineers here because I want to invade here and build this air base up. I'm not so much concerned with building this base up, but I can as well. That's a pretty good air capacity, and it can reach within bombing range of these bases up here. A lot better bombing range than Banjiwagi. And in fact, Palembang is in better range than way back there. Okay, good to know. So maybe we invade here, build it up. But I do like the idea of invading here and marching up, basically isolating Serbia and then capturing that at our leisure. Okay, moving northward. These guys are in fact moving, and we are not. But he's moving guys from here to east. He's moving guys from here to west, moving from here to southeast. So I think my plan is okay. Oh, what he's not moving, this is what I was wondering too, is if he was going to move these troops out, but he's not. And that's okay. Um, we have Chinese troops moving southeast here. And we're gonna keep an eye on things because if these guys flip over to here with in pretty good speed, if this stack gets a lot bigger, then I'll know that, and this stack shrinks. You know, we can punch into here, I guess, and cross this river. This would require massive bombardment, everything we can squeeze into that to soften it. And actually, the supplies in this hex actually bumped up a little bit since last time. Now, I will say, according to the withdrawal timetable, these guys are leaving in a few days. When that happens, this will start drying up a lot quicker. So we're going to have to get these cargo ships and LSTs in action. But I'm trying to outlast him, and if his ships are gone, which I think they are, I think we can go into action here. And I'm just circling back down here because I'm trying to think where his. Okay, here's an airfield here, an active airfield, so that's good to know. I have no idea where his air units are. I don't even know where his air units are in China, but I would presume Canton is one place. Well, pardon me. I see here Shanghai, which makes sense. That's where I would base my aircraft. I'm not sure why he hasn't built up these bases. Probably because he doesn't need to. Maybe size 4 is good enough for what he wants to do, and then he doesn't need to. Um, he doesn't need the points. It's just 1 point per tick. So maybe that's why. But I would probably build these up. But maybe he's saving the supplies, you know. All right, resources at Hanoi are fully depleted, basically. Haiphong, we just can't finish that one off. We have beat it up a bit, but we could do a bit more damage. That would be good, but it is what it is. And I think that kind of wraps it up. China continues the static situation, and we got our troops kind of pushing through here. Um, halfway to here at this X, and then I'm going to swing one guy back up here on this rail and see if this can grab his attention again. I guess that's about it. Yeah, 10 units here. 6 units here and all that supply that he needs to get stuff in here. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's where we're at, and I'm gonna drop off here, but we'll be back next time to talk about the 25th and hopefully have some interesting things to discuss and go over. But it's probably, I don't know, I can't think of anything crazy, but we'll see. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.